Good moment, Pivians, people, humans, beings, anyone watching this right now. It is the third week of May 2018. I'm Bryan Snappy, and you're tuning in to another episode of PIVXpress. I hope that you're all doing wonderful and enjoying this day whenever you are watching this. There's a lot going on in the crypto spheres and the blockchain realms, and we're going to dive into that, and then a bunch of what's going on with PIVX right now. So I don't know if you saw, there was a few of us Pivians who attended Consensus that took place in New York City just last weekend. 8,000 attendees into New York City, which also was exactly at the same time as every single major university's graduation. Bit of a chaos, but you know what? It was incredible. I'll hold my reservations about the event itself, and I'll leave that for another time, because again, this is PIVXpress. That being said, one of the beautiful things that came out of the conference was this: the ability to meet other like-minded individuals and individuals that have different viewpoints, all coming together around blockchain cryptocurrency technology. Met some long-standing Pivians, Florian, Mars Mensch, as you might know, and a few others that we got to talk to. John M. was also there. He is our exchange coordinator / business developer for PIVX, or one of, and he was talking with a bunch of exchanges and other platforms. Dun, 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 can't say, that PIVX is looking to get onto, and those conversations are underway. So all in all, it was a great conference. You can see some of the photos that popped up, and you can read more about that below. All right, quick pivot. I don't know if any of you spend time on Reddit or not, but one of the another long-standing community members of PIVX, turtleflax, and he goes by different names now and then, put out a very impressive matrix of privacy coins. And it wasn't just him, it had feedback and input from developers and other community members of those coins as well, if they so choose to partake in it. Well, guess what? That matrix is being picked up left and right by dozens of outlets, news agencies, sources in the crypto sphere, and it's a huge testament to providing accurate information, right? So this wasn't necessarily a PIVX-specific endeavor. It was an endeavor to provide transparency, right? After all, blockchain provides and can provide perfect ledger transparency and record transparency when needed, right? So here was another way for a chart to say, guys, guess what? There's all of these charts floating around, and a lot of times it's the individual coins trying to highlight their own coin. Well, this chart was a pretty unbiased, direct comparison across the charts. And I'm also pretty happy to say some of these outlets are picking up on the fact that PIVX is leading the way. You know, all across the board is at the top, if not the top, of some of these categories. And when you combine them all together, no other crypto project can compare. So go take a look at that chart if you haven't. It's a lot of information, and yet you'll see when you start to look across all the columns just why PIVX excels and is positioned to be not just the privacy cryptocurrency of 2018, but a global means of transacting that also ensures your privacy. So I'll leave you with that one, and we'll pivot to the next section. Other really cool community endeavors that have popped up. WhyPIVX, WhyPIVX.com, was actually just pushed by another community member of PIVX. It's a really, really slick, simple, but direct website that explains, well, why PIVX, right? So it goes over a bunch of the features of PIVX that makes PIVX really exceptional, right? And stand ahead of a lot of other crypto projects. Again, not comparison saying one's better or the worse, but when you add up all the categories of PIVX, it's pretty impressive. So go take a look at that one. The link will be below as well, and share that, right? So if anybody says, hey, what is PIVX, or can you explain it? It's a really good, simple site to send people to. And if you know what PIVX is, go take a look and see what you think as well. Some other news, I had an interview actually at Consensus, so be looking for that one as well with I Love Crypto. And the other is actually this past weekend. It's my second interview with Mike the Wine Guy, or In Search of the Good Life. It was a podcast radio show for 15 minutes. You can see the link for that one. Take a look at that one. It's awesome because Mike and I were chatting afterwards, and we're going to try and carve out an hour time to do a deeper dive into cryptocurrencies and specifically PIVX. So that's a huge shout out to the PR firm that's been working and team that's been working with PIVX, getting us these insights into the surrounding realms and into the homes of people, right? So these are people that are tuning into the show. They might not be crypto specific, and now they're hearing PIVX. So congrats again to the whole community, to the teams that are stepping in, to those who have really brought and made PIVX where it is today, right? It's a team effort. There's so much that have gone into this, from branding, from creative, from marketing, from developing, from ambassadors, from community members, to those of you that don't even get recognized, but you're doing work everywhere and you're living what PIVX is. So thank you to every single one of you as Pivians. Why? Because this is us. At the end of the day, yeah, there's tech, there's code, and then there's people. And when we bring those together, magic happens, and that's what's happening in PIVX. All right, quick development recap and update. Again, if you did not know, PIVX is the first zero coin proof of stake staking coin, right? So ZPOS is active, it's running, it's successful. People are getting, for the first time ever in history, stakes that are completely private and anonymous, right? So PIVX is pioneering left and right. Some other updates. Again, I know some people have been asking, when's the ZDEX? I mean, it's kind of crazy if you think about it. PIVX just pioneered a revolutionary landscape technological advancement in cryptocurrencies, and then next on the docket, ZDEX, that decentralized exchange that's coming in. I don't have tons of updates on that. I do know the developers are working on it. You can check the GitHub repo about that, but be prepared, and I'm hoping to get more information out to you guys about the nuances of what that exchange in wallet will look like. So stay tuned for that one. All right, folks, I'm going to sign off. Quick reminder, this is just a personal observation. Again, me being one person of PIVX. When it appears there are breakdowns, you know, in life in general, in communication, in governments, in your neighborhood and community, and specifically in a crypto project, when it feels like there might be these breakdowns, always remember that's one, a perspective, right? That's your own meaning making of what's going on. And two, usually that's when breakthroughs occur. So I say that as a whole of the crypto market, of there's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't seem to be working or is working. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of chaos, right? The traditional models of how we've organized ourselves as human beings in the traditional markets has been breaking down. We've been seeing that for a long time. And guess what? There's this breakthrough coming through, and it's blockchain technology, it's cryptocurrencies, and we're figuring out together how to explore that and implement it for the benefit of humanity, right? And I see that occurring with PIVX as well. There's an incredible inflection point that's here upon all of us, and we're capturing that, and we're stepping into it. So I encourage all of us as Pivians, right, to say thank you. Say thank you to one another, say thank you to yourself for being part of this movement in history. And with that, I'll remind you to always keep it purple, people.